Hi everyone, welcome back to Mechanical Moments. Today I'm going to show you a watch that honestly feels a little bit illegal for the price. Not because it's fake or low quality, but because it gives you a high-end Miyota 9110 movement sapphire crystal, full calendar, power reserve, and the 24-hour dial for under $200. This is the Berny AM050M. I've been testing this watch, reading a lot of reviews and comparing it to watches from Longines, Tissot, Cadison, and other brands in my collection. In this video I will tell you what this watch does really well, where it fails, how the movement actually performs, if the finishing is good or only AliExpress good, and in the end if it's really worth adding to your collection. So let's start with what this watch looks and feels like on the wrist, and then we'll go deeper into the movement and real world performance. When you first wear the Berny AM050M, the watch does not feel like a typical cheap AliExpress piece. The case is 43mm, but because of the shape and the curved lugs, it sits better than you might expect. It has real wrist presence, but it doesn't feel like a clown watch. On my wrist it feels solid, a bit on the heavier side, and definitely more expensive than it actually is. The dial is the first thing that grabs your attention. There are different layers, different texture, and these blue hands that catch the light in a very beautiful way. From normal viewing distance, it looks like a dressy, complicated watch from a much higher price category. If you like watches that start conversation, this one definitely does that. Several owners say people ask them if it was a high-end Swiss piece. The case is made from 316L stainless steel, the same material used in many Swiss brands. The shape is not a simple circle, it has a sort of cushion style with rounded corners, which makes it stand out compared to normal dress watches. You get a mix of polished and brushed surfaces. The case and lugs are brushed and the bezel is polished. From arm's length the finishing looks clean and sharp. When you go very close with a macro lens, you can see small imperfections. Some edges are not perfectly crisp, and a few owners reported tiny micro errors in the polishing and around the dial. This is one of the honest points. It looks fantastic for the price, but if you are used to Grand Seiko level finishing, of course you will see the difference. For a sub $200 watch, I think it's more than acceptable. The watch is 13.5mm thick, so it's not a super slim dress watch. With a shirt cuff it can still fit, but you will definitely feel it on the wrist. I would describe it as elegant but chunky. Now let's talk about the dial, because this is where the Berny AM050M really shines. You get a central section with a wave style textured pattern, an engraved border around the hour markers, apply Roman numerals, 3 sub-dial and a date window. The sub-dials are power reserve indicator at the top, day of the week at one position, 24 hours indicator at another position. The hands are blue and they catch the light beautifully. They are not painted a flat blue, they have a reflective quality that changes with the angle. So my honest view, from normal distance the dial is beautiful and feels very premium. From macro inspection distance, you remember that it is still an affordable watch. On top you get a sapphire crystal, which is great. No mineral glass, no plastic. That means it should resist scratches very well in daily use. There is no super strong anti-reflective coating, or at least it's not very visible. So sometimes you will see reflections, especially on the bright sun or strong indoor lights. But the hands and dial is still pop enough, especially on the silver white version. At night there is a little bit of lume, tiny circles on the hour and minute hands, but it's not a lume monster. Think of it more as a dress watch that happens to have some lume, not a dive watch where you expect strong glowing indexes. Now let's talk about the heart of the watch, the Miyota 9110. There is where Berny becomes very interesting. The 9100 family is part of Miyota's 9 premium line. That means 28,800 beats per hour, a smooth high beat movement, hacking seconds. The second hand stops when you pull the crown so you can set time precisely. Hand winding and automatic winding, 26 joules, power reserve indicator, date, day, 24 hour, all built in. Many watch enthusiasts consider this movement a cheaper alternative to some Swiss caliber because it is very reliable, easy to service, and surprisingly accurate. For this price, that's excellent. The rotor is visible through the case back. It's not beautifully decorated like a high-end Swiss movement, but does have some engraving and looks nice when it spins. The winding is smooth. I don't hear any loud rotor noise. Overall, the movement is the main reason to buy this watch. If you want a real complication set with a trusted Japanese caliber under $200, there are not many options like this. Now, how does this watch compare to more famous brands? Some owners compare this Berny directly to Longines and Tissot in their collections. They say that in accuracy, the Berny actually beats some of their Swiss pieces. In terms of brand prestige, of course, Berny is not in the same league. You are not buying a heritage brand. You are buying specs and value. Compared to other AliExpress microbrands like Cadison, some people say Cadison has better case finishing and polishing, but they still choose the Berny because of the Miyota 9110 and the beautiful dial. If you want a famous Swiss name, deep water resistance, or perfect finishing under a macro lens, this watch is not for you. If you want a complication monster with a high beat Japanese movement that costs less than a basic Swiss freehand watch, then this Berny suddenly becomes very interesting. I think the Berny AM050M is perfect for watch collectors who already own simple freehand watches and want something more complicated and fun, value hunters who care more about movement and features than brand prestige, people who like dressy looking watches but still want a strong, solid case and high beat automatic. It's not ideal for a very small wrist, 43mm, and the shape might be too big. People who want a true sport watch or diver, or people who are very sensitive to small finishing flaws. Let's put everything together. Price, beautiful, unique dial with multiple complications, high beat Miyota 9110 movement, real sapphire crystal, exhibition case back with sapphire, very good accuracy for the price, 16 months shop warranty, feels more expensive than it is, great value under $200. Stock strap and bracelet are weak, expect to replace them. Case is a bit thick and maybe bulky for small wrist. Small finishing issues if you look very closely. Water resistance is only 50 meters. So what do I really think about the Berny after spending time with it and reading all these owner reviews? For me, this is a watch where the movement and the dial punch far above the price, and the strap and small details reminds you that it's still a budget watch. If you already have one, let me know in the comments how your accuracy is and what strap you are using. If you are thinking about buying it, I hope this video helped you understand both the good and bad. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoy detailed reviews of mechanical watches and microbrands, feel free to subscribe and check out my other videos. See you in the next one.